back with the 3-year-olds is funny. I'm just getting updates. Not that I was looking at any horses, but the Indiana sale is running just as hot as anywhere else. I don't follow it enough. I know the year that I was there, I thought it was strong, but we got what we wanted, and when we came there to get her, what we thought we were going to get. And I didn't follow it last year that close, but I believe it was strong. And then I'm just getting updates as the sale's going on, and they're saying it's very, very strong down there this year. So good for the breeders, I guess. We're going to get to the 3-year-olds now, go through them top to bottom. A Handsome Face, we've only raced him once. I thought he was a little flat. Gave him a week off. He's going to be back in on Wednesday now. I told Jason, just put Aaron Merriman on him. I don't need to drive the horse. I'm not staying until race 15 after being done in the 4th on a Wednesday. In fact, I can literally be home to Ontario probably around the same time a Handsome Face races. So Aaron, I believe, will be driving a Handsome Face this week. Amor Diener is listed on Gate. He'll likely be sold this week, one way or another. I'll put him on the preferred side if he doesn't sell on Gate. One way or another, Amor Diener is most definitely a horse that just hasn't been able to put it all together. I just needed to see more, and I haven't seen it. Let's start this way. Archer's Rainbow. Scotty was there the other day. I had some running around to do, and I asked Scott Zeron to school her. He did school her. He said he went a mile in 2 minutes last quarter and 30 and a piece, which is a nice way of saying 31. But she was ready to go around 2-2. So that's where she's been. I suspect she'll qualify. I'd like to see either James or myself qualify her 2 minutes, 2-1, and have her look a little bit better in that regard. But she's such a big, lanky filly. It might take 2 or 3 starts to get her back to where she is now. Does that mean we qualify her and school her once more? I guess let's see how she qualifies, and then we'll make a decision. I'll talk to Harry, talk to James. We'll see how she qualifies. Blue Tesla, Bravura, both out in the field. I just think they were tired. It was funny. A couple of people had said it's the end of the season, they could be tired. They're right. I hope they are, because they showed better when we got them. And Blue Tesla, their blood was a mess too. Both of them, 2 or 3 different levels had jumped off the page. That they were a little low or a little high. The AST was high. The GGT was high on Bravura and high on the other fillies. So I just need some rest. Just a little worn out, I believe. Dustin Hanover's training back good. Continues to train down good. He'll be ready 3-4 weeks, I think. 4 weeks, let's say. Garden State Dio, another filly. I'm going to qualify her Tuesday again, and then she will be on the preferred sale. We'll test the market with her. I just don't think she's a filly we're going to keep and breed. She does have some residual value as a broodmare, and I suspect, although we aren't going to climb our way out of the hole we dug with Garden State Dio, at the same token, there'll be something there, I suspect. Grace, did I jump over somebody? Yes, Gemstone Ruby Rose, pretty well ready to qualify. A little sick last week, so we didn't school her. Grace tied up again the other day. Man, this 6 starts in a row. She's shown residual tie-up after the race. Frustrating. So we switched things up this week. Jason had said after, why don't we just turn her out? Why don't we race her to the field for a week and see if that helps? Now, she is going on the preferred platform, and she will race out of the field. I didn't think she's not getting in this week at Northfield Park, so I'd asked Tim. He said the numbers of 3 goes on Thursday at the Meadows, so you may see her show up Thursday at the Meadows. So I guess to all my partners out there on Grace, I don't know if you have a Pennsylvania Racing Commission license. I suspect most of you do. If you do not, you may need one if you have over 4 shares of ownership in Grace. How the hell was great, man. This horse, he is pinchy and sore on his front end when you warm him up. He jogs out of it. He is a tiger. I like this horse. He's going to be a nice 4-year-old for us. I said to Harry, just continue to race him and keep him as good as you can, I guess. And then when we go to put the corks on him, and it's going to be a little stiffer on him, at that point, we'll just stop with him. Give him a couple of months off. I think he's going to be a very, very good 4-year-old for us. He's got all the tools to be a good horse. And more than anything, he wants to be a better horse every time he goes on the track. He's just a nice horse. So we'll see what happens with How the Hell. J.K. Mickey Mantle's racing tonight. Looked a little off to me, right hind the other day going. We're gonna have to reevaluate this guy after the race. I'll see what Scotty says tonight, but we're gonna have to reevaluate him after the race. I mean, it's nothing I'm super worried about, but it is a little bit concerning. We'll see. I'll talk to Scotty, talk to Harry, see what they think, and then we'll go from there, I guess. Massive Profit won the other day. Has to change classes. We've gone through this with a number of horses. So I said to Ross, why don't we just put the horse on the preferred platform after next week? So I think the plan is to get him raced at Dayton once and then put him up for sale, I believe. Matt's MVP. Another client sent me a thing saying, why don't we bring him back to Northfield? There's a series over there. Well, he's growing into a nice horse now. He's not going to get around a half real good. He runs in good in the turns. It goes for like 95, 95, 95, 20 in the final. At the very least, I think we'll watch the first lag. If it looks like we're going to have a lag up, so to speak, then we'll send him for the second. But I don't really want to put him back on a half. If it's going to be super beneficial, fine. But I'm not in a big hurry to get him back on a half. And I know that, that's hard to explain sometimes. The half-mile tracks are harder on horses sometimes, especially when you're going speed, you're a big gangly horse. I'm not in a big hurry to get this horse out of Ontario. And that's not to say that I won't. But I think we're more apt to watch the first division. I'll make if there's a nomination payment, we'll nominate him. We'll watch the first division and then maybe participate in the rest after that. We'll see. My Sweet Mimi, a winner last week, fits that class again, but you're going to see her on the preferred sale platform. You're going to hear this a lot from me this week. Any horses that are going to find struggles moving forward or that haven't made it the way we expected them and hoped they would, or horses that are finding that they're going to top out real soon, you're probably going to see those names on the preferred sale platform a week from Monday. You'll see their name come out in 6 days' time on Friday. But My Sweet Mimi is one of the names you're going to see on that list. I like the filly. I just think that she got 2 more wins, and I bought all those horses for that class in Ohio. As they graduated out of there, I hope they go to Mohawk. That was my hope. If they can't, then that's as far as we can take them. It's simple logic. Procrastinator's back now with Harry. I think this horse is going to have a good winner for us. He's a likable horse, and I think he's got some talent. We'll see how he lands as he gets back going at Mohawk. Purple Aura is racing here this afternoon at Dayton. She'll be going to Indiana right after this, I believe. She also will be found on the preferred sale platform this week, but that will be after her next start, which will be in the Circle City at Indiana. Red Overbach racing this week against Aglariam. I haven't got to Aglariam. I haven't got to Aglariam. She's down here. Oh, she's 4, he's 3. Right. Aglariam at 15-1. I'd be careful. If you think that I'm going to go out and baby her and get away 7th, that's a hard no. Now, I'm not going to blast her out of there, but if she is strong enough, which I believe she is, she's been schooling and qualifying for 5 weeks now. She's plenty strong. Aglariam, I haven't looked at the program, but at 15-1 in that class, I'd be careful. Where are we at here? Red Overbach is in there. He's been great all year. Him, Renegade Gypsy. These horses have really stepped it up the last month and a half or so. So very happy with them. Now, Renegade Gypsy, now we're in with open, you see 6-1 in that 20,000 class. The problem is that we don't always have the classes we want for them. The race office stuffed him in with the Aglariam, and I know he's won faster than her, but if she's on her game, and he's on his game too, I think that, no, he's not in with the Red Overbach is, but Renegade Gypsy in that open company class, you see now it's no cakewalk. It's tough. We'll see how he does this week. We'll look around, see what's available for him. But if we can't get the horses that raced in the grassroots class to fill, a number of them, a couple of them anyway, to fill on a regular basis, then we're going to do some shuffling. I am not going to commit to putting Renegade Gypsy on the sale platform yet, but it's not lost on me that if this is the problem we're going to run into all winter long, he may end up there. Resolute Bay will race next week. He schooled on Friday, schooled really, really well. I expect he'll come out swinging next week. He did the last time he was off 3 weeks, so he should be fine. Stomber Giacatti races on Sunday at Flamborough Downs. Sweet on Pete racing here today at Dayton. They got her like 6-1. I don't understand it. If she is as good as she was at Dayton, she will eviscerate this crew at Dayton if she gets around the track good, which I can't imagine she won't. Maybe she won't. I don't know. Maybe she won't get over the track well. I have no idea. The track hasn't been great, but I guess we'll see. She's coming in razor sharp. Very, very good right now. She got beat fair and square, and that's in the consolation, but short field with that filly getting everything her own way on the front end, I knew at the quarter pole I was in trouble. She raced great, finished second, and I think she'll race good again today. You're going to see her show up in Indiana next week, and she too will show up on the preferred sale platform. I know I'm going to get some feedback over these, but at the end of the day, these are decisions that have to be made. She does have residual value as a broodmare. I'm not going to give her away, but she is going up for sale a week from Monday. 3 Point Blue Chip did have a scare this morning. He was a little sore after his race. I was in contact with Julie and with Dr. Roberts in Kentucky about the horse, and they both said the same thing. They were concerned. They thought that either the screw broke, which I didn't know could happen, or that potentially he had refractured his foot. He sounded up a little bit as the day went on with a little bit of anti-inflammatory in him. They did x-ray him, and they did not find any new fractures. They did not find anything wrong with the screw. So the thing that I was most concerned about was, one, they took 5 x-rays, so they were looking very hard. 2, there was no lines, even shadows seen. Now, sometimes you see a little shadow, and you're like, give that 4, 5, 6 days, and that might open up to a fracture. There was none of that even found just yet. Now, it is very preliminary, but from what they can see on the x-ray, what's available to them medically today, there is no fracturing or issue with the screw or the area of the coffin bone. So it could be a bruise, could be a pus pocket, could be a number of things. But as of right now today, 3 Point Blue Chip, a little flat last night, looked a little uncomfortable in the first turn, flattened out really good. I don't know if they scoped him after the race. I don't know if he was a little sick. They did say he was a little off on that front foot, but I'm happy to report that as of today, nothing was found. Taiwan On is racing in the Simpson this week. I said to Megan, listen, I don't have a problem with you racing her in Yonkers. Just put the hobbles back on her. The break in the last turn, I don't know whether it cost her a lot, but 1, she didn't get away very close to lead, and she's not that type of filly to circle a field. 2, she's bumpy in the corners, and 3, she ran in the same place on that track in both races. Just put the hobbles on her if we're going to race her at Yonkers. What's the point of screwing around with her? She did great at 2 and set just missed a stake record in the Arden at 2 with hobbles on. She is no stranger to trotting hobbles. So if you want to race her at Yonkers, which I think is a feather in our cap if we can, just simply enter her with the hobbles on. She's not going to forget how to use them. Unbeatable Kemp is looking very, very good and getting bad. I'm so excited to race this horse. I think we did 100% the right thing not racing this guy through the latter part of the summer, chasing him in Kentucky, sending him back down to New Jersey. I think we did the right thing, and I think it's going to pay dividends this winter. This horse looks like $1 million training back. Will to win Hanover. Pay attention. She is going on the platform, the sale platform on Monday. There will be a very aggressive reserve put on her. I think I have a pretty good idea what she's worth as a broodmare, which is a lot more than she's worth as a racehorse. But if forced to, we will get her in full, and we'll sell her next year if people are going to make us. Either that, or they can pay us fair market value for Will to win Hanover, but it will not be a very cheap one. I think it's important to get these horses out and in the open market also, so that if people are looking for broodmares, know that we retained this one, know that what we bought it back for, then there will be an understanding of the ballpark of what we're looking for. Not looking to give away Will to win Hanover. I'm not also saying that she's going to have to take 6 figures, but it's going to take a lot to drag Will to win Hanover out of our hands. But we will test the waters a week from Monday. And World 4-2, he's back jogging now. He is in Canada. I told Mario we're going to train him down. I don't think we're going to race him in Mohawk. We'll see how that plays out. But right now, my first inclination would be for him to go to Dover. We'll see We'll see how that plays out, what classes are available for him, and where the best place for him to be is. I can assure you it won't be Yonkers. And it may probably not be Ontario. You're likely going to see him train down, school, qualify, and head to Dover. That is the plan right now, but that could easily change over the next 2 months or so for take probably 6-7 weeks to get him back for World 4-2. So those are the 3-year-olds. Those are all our 3-year-olds. I'll be back in a minute. We got the aged horses. I'm just going by 4 through 9 in alphabetical order. We've done this before only because I don't think I have the aged horses right in front of me. Amy had them last week. My God, look at the stables. What a dog's breakfast that is. Wow. So I'll be back in a minute. 4 through 9 I can tell you who the last one is. Cincher.